Happy Wednesday, scholars. We're going to have a wonderful day of teaching and learning. Let's get started with the morning announcement.
Good morning, Scenic Hills Elementary students and staff. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, and liberty and justice for all. Bobcat affirmation. Bobcats are powerful. I think positivity. I take honor for my actions. I make wise choices. I am excited by new learning. I reach my goals. I forgive others and myself. I am understanding for differences. I'm a leader. I'm a Bobcat.
Pause for the moment of silence.
Thank you so much for remembering our school-wide rules of being respectful, responsible, and ready to learn, and following our Zone Zero rule in the hallway, as all classes have been able to continue learning when you are moving to the restroom, to support, and to lunch. We'll continue to watch today to see if we have earned a treat day this week. In our school-wide events and activities, scholars, it is almost time for us to redeem our live school points. If you haven't already done so, it would be a great time for you to do a check-in with your teacher to see where you are in terms of points. And don't forget, on this Friday, we will be having our next theme day. Remember, it's a blackout, so search your closet so that you can find something that is black, or you can wear black from head to toe. Are you ready? In order to be ready to try out for the Bobcat Majorette team, you must have your signed permission slip, which we sent around on yesterday afternoon around 1:30. You also need to have a white shirt, some black shorts, and tennis shoes. And you must be present both today for tryouts and tomorrow for tryouts. So, if you have your permission slip, hold it up in the air right at this moment. Teachers, if you would, have a couple of your children to bring those permission slips down to the main office at this time. We'll also be having parent-teacher conferences is happening on tomorrow. We have had some parents who have come up earlier this week to conference with your teachers. Teachers, we will talk to you about how to complete the e-collect form on parents who attend parent-teacher conferences this week, so that your class can get credit. The class with the highest participation of parent-teacher conferences this week will receive a prize from Principal White. Now, we are having, remember, our extra theme day this month. It is us celebrating International Dot Day. The International Dot Day actually falls on September the 15th, which is on Monday. We will, because International Dot Day is coming up, we will have our first in-school virtual field trip. It will take place on Monday, October the 6th, where we will meet the author of the book The Dot, Peter R. Reynolds. We will join from YouTube. I will send a link, but our school will be in the number for this very special event. And lastly, in our school-wide events and activities, we have a school-wide surprise scheduled next Tuesday morning between the hours of 9 and 12. Every student in the building is eligible for this surprise. All you need to have is good behavior. You still have time. If you've been having a week where you haven't quite been following the rules in the hallway, the cafeteria, at the restroom, you still have time to turn your behavior around. We are having a Grandparents' Day picnic. It is taking place on next Friday. We have been receiving those phone calls from grandparents trying to find out what time your lunch is. So I know that some of you followed my advice and called your grandparent on Sunday and said, hey, I want to invite you to come to my school on the 19th for a Grandparents' Day picnic. What do you need for this picnic? Well, at a picnic, you need a blanket and you need some food. So tell your grandparents to pick you up something. McDonald's, pizza, uh, Olive Garden, what hot wings, whatever your favorite food is, and then you can come, you can spread out your blanket, and you and your grandparents can have a lot of fun sitting outside for fun in the sun and having a good time. If you haven't done so, make sure that you have invited someone. If your grandparents have to work, it's okay. If you invite your mother, your uncle, your aunt, a cousin to come and eat lunch with you, they still can come and you can still have a lot of fun. And today's daily attendance check-in. On yesterday, we had a school-wide attendance rate of 95.9%. You know what that means? We are all out of uniform on tomorrow. That is students and staff. You are doing an amazing job. Keep up the great work. So you know if the school is out of uniform, that means that there are some other grade levels in our top three who have earned some additional days out of uniform. Let's see if your grade level made the cut. In third place, on yesterday, with an attendance rate of 94.8%, the grade level with the third highest attendance rate on yesterday was none other than our seniors in the building. Thank you for leading the way. You have earned an extra day out of uniform. So, if third place earned a day out of uniform, that means second and first place also earned an additional day out of uniform. Let's see who was in second place. This grade level had an attendance rate of 96.3% on yesterday. And do you know that that grade level is none other than our terrific third grade scholars? Third grade, you are on a roll. You have been in the top three for quite a few days. So, on yesterday, the highest attendance rate went to grade K. Will grade K remain in the top spot, or did another grade level just swoop in and knock them all the way out of the top three? Yesterday, The grade level with the highest attendance rate had an attendance rate of 97.8%. And that grade level was none other than, for the second day in a row, grade K. Grade K, you are rocking it out. So let's look at our chart because we have to keep up with all these days out of uniform. So tomorrow, all grades are out of uniform. And then we have our 2 theme days, Black Day, and then on Monday we have our International Dot Day. And so everyone is out of uniform tomorrow, Friday, and Monday already. But these grade levels, right now, kindergarten is out of uniform until next Wednesday. First grade is out of uniform until next Tuesday. Third grade is out of uniform until next Wednesday. Fourth grade is out of uniform until next Tuesday. And fifth grade is out of uniform until next Wednesday. That is amazing. Keep up the great work. Today, we have 2 scholars to celebrate. It was on this day that Lloyd Crump and Demarion White were born. Lloyd and Demarion, we are so excited to have both of you with us at the school so that we can celebrate just a piece of your special day with you. And we hope that this day brings you everything that makes you smile. Now, when you see Lloyd and Demarion in the hallway, the cafeteria, outside on the playground, for recess, even if you don't see them until it is time for us all to go home this afternoon, be sure to give them both a special Bobcat birthday shout out. Now, for those of you in the room with Lloyd and Demarion, help me wish them happy birthday by pointing to them, and saying, Happy birthday! Today's classroom spotlight goes to our grade 5 scholars in Miss Woodard's classroom. These scholars were deep in discussion yesterday when we visited them in the library. Keep up the amazing job. All right, scholars, it is time for our hard facts. Now we are going to listen today. We have been doing multiplication, but today you must be ready. Today we're going to be doing addition, subtraction, and multiplication. Are you ready? Let's get started. All right, scholars, are you ready? Just a reminder that you have 3 seconds only to answer the addition, subtraction, and multiplication facts. Let's go. 820. 8 times 4. 32. Give yourself a pat on the back if you got this one correct. Now remember that multiplication is just repeated addition. So what we are doing is adding 4 groups of 8 as you see in the picture on the screen. And if we count each of those groups and add them together, that is 4 8. That's 8. And 8 plus 8 is 16. 16 plus 8 is 24. And if we add a 4th group to that 24, we will end up with 32. So you see, everybody can do multiplication because it is just repeated addition. 900 plus 900. 1,800 or 1,800. Remember, we have been practicing adding to the hundreds place with zeros in our ones and our tens place, we will begin adding in a few more numbers in our ones and tens place, and then we will get 6 seconds to answer those problems. Our scholars in grade 2 are working to add numbers up to 1,000. And so if you look in our ones column, we have all zeros. In our tens column, we have all zeros. And then all we had to do was add the two numbers in our hundreds column. And that is 9 plus 9. But that answer is 18, which means that we had to move that 1 over to our thousands column. So that answer is 1,800. Students in the spotlight. Today we are shining a light on our international holidays. Tomorrow is Patriot Day. Now this is a time where we pay tribute to our national responders and people who lost their lives on this date in 2001 when there was a terrorist attack on the United States. Now, teachers, if scholars are not aware of why we celebrate Patriot Day, please allow them to listen to the This Very Tree Read Aloud. It's the bonus read aloud for the day. It is only 5 minutes and 56 seconds long. But our scholars need to know why we at the Hill actually have our pre-K scholars. They go out and they honor our first responders. It is part of the reason that we ask that you and your class do make something special for our adopters across the street, Firehouse 49, and at grade 5. Make some special cards for our officers who take the time to come and speak to them on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday of every week. So your challenge question today is, do you really understand why we celebrate Patriot Day on 9/11 each year? Today's Read Aloud. We're continuing with our chapter book, Dingoes at Dinnertime. In today's chapter, boys and girls, we find out what our main characters do when they are caught in the middle of a wildfire. If you look at the picture on the screen, you will see that this forest looks like it is on fire. That is exactly what happens during a wildfire. So what would you do if you were caught in the middle of a wildfire? Today we will read chapters 4 through 7. We'll start at 11 minutes and 15 seconds and end at 22 minutes and 9 seconds. In addition to our read aloud, we have our letter sounds workout for our pre-K and K scholars. We have our phoneme deletion video for scholars in grades 1 and 2. Compound words for our scholars in grade 3. Multiple meaning words for our scholars in grade 4, and a text feature review for our scholars in grade 5. Remember, we are looking for classes who have the correct voice level in the cafeteria, because when you don't have the correct voice level, you are disturbing our scholars in grade 1, our scholars in grade K, and those that we are pulling out in small groups in room 106. And you know, we never disturb anybody when they are building their brilliance. Let's have an amazing day of teaching and learning. I'll be around to see you soon. Remember, every day we're building brilliant Bobcats. because we are raising the bar by believing in ourselves, achieving our goals, and reimagining our future.